Wow, I'm listening to my voice and it was going really fast. So I made the adrenaline, audio and visuals. You can see it, you can hear it. And I still have to touch my face occasionally to stop the nerve pain, but I think it's brilliant. Do whatever you need to do to make it better.
Okay, when you can't say it, someone else can say it better for you, right? So why don't you gratitude for that person, except this is copyrighted. So I can't show you the words and voices because they're movies, music, media, news stories, etc., etc. Where do I send my complaints? To politicians about specific situations and people because I want to kick them out.
Anyway, this project is definitely on, and I'll be sharing the methodology that I created and am still creating because the next step is to start to detach. When I say that, I mean not allow these memories to be on replay. So I think the last thing I wrote on here was that anytime I have that PTSD moment, I'll be posting. But I said it knowing, hoping that I would remember my words on replay and that if I needed to post because that adrenaline was rising up, I wouldn't. I would stop, and it finally worked. So how many days has it been? I can check that Facebook timestamp because this is the space where it started. The individuals who defriended in the beginning were the ones that I finally spoke to, I believe in October, November of this year. So I'm going to start detailing those voicemails. So I'm going to start detailing that because the responses I got is very helpful to know the thinking about these types of topics. When somebody says, hey, this happened, and I know the moment you ghosted me because I asked you a question which I guess you weren't expecting. Because I asked you a question which I guess you weren't expecting. This is the same behavior in the healthcare system, in the school system, in social services when it comes to homeless. In homeless services like shelters, they don't expect somebody to actually want to visit your initiatives and the programs that you say are up and running for homeless the next day. Then they start to explain how they're not quite running yet. Then you start to see these behaviors that are just very similar. And that's the connective thread. That's what PTSD's purpose is. It makes the thing you're supposed to focus on the only thing you should focus on, but you're in shock because it's unbelievable. You can't believe that people can do this. Anyway, I'm going to talk about all the great words that we've used in education, like work ethic, integrity, care and kindness, and emotional stability, emotional intelligence, differentiation, and friends and family of Elcott School, Elcott College Prep. Because without a doubt, without the warning of that principal, the administration who hired me, who I worked under until 2012 when Elias Estrada was voted in because of his intense interest in data collection and decision making. I can hear my voice finally, and I can listen to many of the voice memos I've used to capture PTSD until I had to let those individuals, tag teams, groups, associations, companies, charities, and businesses know. You have this connective thread with something that happened a long time ago, but anytime I address it, I can put it away, and that's why. I put it all on, I put it all, and that's why everything is online. All right, there are tons of videos created just like the same way that contain the PTSD, visually and audio, visually and auditorily. And it also shows the best things that helped, like the Museum of Contemporary Art, like the Detroit Institute of Art, like live music, like people that are reliable and actually have words that match their behavior, meaning no contradictions. And that's it. All right, I don't know what the intentions of most people are, but I have noticed that those audio triggers are finally gone. And like I said, if you don't hear it, what I posted online, then I'm not sure what your opinion is. There's supposed to be a dialogue. And because it involves people here in this space, place, the connective thread seems to be high school. All right, I'm going to describe behaviors of people. And the only question is this in you? Like, did you just come up with this and part of who you are? Or did somebody teach it to you? And how do we stop it? Because absolutely, it is really smart because socially we might not be ready to tackle it, but I'm willing to try because it's terrible and it involves people here. Okay? You need two people to figure it out because boom, boom, you're in shock. Because when you're in shock, sometimes you need something with equal impact to wake you up. All right, I finally got that, and it would not have happened without multiple people doing the same behaviors very quickly. And finally, I caught it. All right, I've said it before, but in dialectical behavioral training, which is what I told the neurologist, I'm doing this cognitively and behaviorally, not with medications. I've had too many people around me that have OD'd. I have too many people I know fighting addictions. And quite frankly, I lost a lot of weight. And the doctors never weighed me, and I thought that was very strange and pretty abusive when you follow the trends and you are aware. Thank God the first warning was I was reading politics and I knew about this opioid epidemic. All right, let's tackle the big stuff now because I think that's why when I said to God, I'd like my voice back. I'd like my voice back. I promise I'll use it for good. What's the best good out there than to help others? The first list I'll be making are the audio triggers of a group of people complaining about the same thing over and over. Seriously. And that's it. That's the entire point of their existence and what you can do to combat that. All right. Megan Manning is the physical therapist manager under, I believe her name is Kay, who is the director of the managers at Advocate Aurora Healthcare Systems in Chicago, and I'll be sharing those conversations with her.